Today is June 10th.
We got water.
We got water for the first time in a long time. Not just from the rain. So we're making it rain. And this bed, if some of you recall, you might not, this is the one closest to Harper. It's got, what does it have? Collards mostly, maybe oregano or thyme. I forget what I put in there, and wild nodding onion. The nodding onion is a native variety, and I put it sort of at the periphery. I kind of forgot until I started getting into it, but you want to use that as a way to draw off and kind of distract certain, or ward off certain insects. But it also looks good. It grows tall, it kind of has it looks like a firework when it blooms, when they explode, when a firework explodes in the air. That's what it reminds me of. And then the seeds, they're really cool. It starts nodding off. Anyways, that's it. So the pepper and beet bed, you can see some of the beets are coming up, and I'm not sure about the peppers. Yeah, they're probably coming up too, along with other things that we're not sure right now. We mounded up. This is European clover. It's a yellow clover. This tall one. Sorry, I'm stepping on your water. So it's not native, but it's there, and I don't know if it actually fixates nitrogen the way that white red clover normally do, but it's in there, and it's the only thing really holding it down. So I figured I'd just leave it in there for now. We started mounding this area up, and then, well, no, I just mounded up sunflowers. I put in some organic corn, but realized that the soil wasn't really well done, and I felt like I need to redistribute some of the soil and mix it differently. And basically I decided I'd just start from scratch. So there are some corn seeds in there somewhere. Not doing it quite right, but the only things in these mounds are sunflowers. Over here, it's corn and sunflower. And this is the one that we're going to do much more closely in the spirit of how the Haudenosaunee are known for, as far as Milpa or the Three Sisters. Sunflower is also kind of a sister. They get along. So down the middle I put in sunflowers, and then on the edges it's corn, and that also promotes pollination and other things. So we've got a mix of mammoth and red sunflowers. Red sunflower being, I think, maybe a native variety. I don't know. I don't think so, but it's a different variety at least. And that's what we got. And then here, these are rescued plants. Plant starts. A lot of them were root bound. I don't even know what all of these are.
Somebody been bothering me.
No.
Someone came over here and killed some parsnip.
Yeah.
Luckily, I got more.
The rabbit?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So Peter Cottontail is a little. Well, I mean, it's an east side rabbit, as Karen said. Squirrels on the east side, rabbits on the east side. You never know what's going to happen. So, yep.
I want to say that they're not supposed to like parsnips.
Yeah. Was there any rhyme or reason to what you put in and where you put it?
I put it on the edges because I thought they didn't like parsnips.
Okay. All right. So this was done a little off the hip, mostly emergency planting.
This was all emergency.
Yeah, actually, everything that we've done here was emergency planting. We had a certain budget and timeline, and then a lot of things didn't come through, or the budget got reduced by 60%. So we're just putting in things so that at least there's something to show for, and that you can still get a little bit to eat and build up the soil network. Next year we come around it with a lot more intention, and kind of educate the community as we do it. And that's where we're at. This is a mystery bed.
This is a mystery bed.
There might even be eggplants. No one knows how to use eggplant. I don't.
Goes good with chicken.
Julian thinks it goes good with chicken, but that's a thing. So one of the things we want to be mindful about is what are some foods that people can relate with pretty quickly, and can you plant that? And that's something that even Elder McKinney, a woman who, she has a lot of gardening history, and I wish I could recite all of her experiences, because it was pretty noteworthy in terms of the community gardens that she worked with in the programs. But she wanted to make a salsa garden, or a salsa frame, I guess, so that everyone saw where all the ingredients are and how to make it. Initially, the plan that we had was have the items that companion and do the science side of things. These two beds, this one is lined, the other one is unlined. So on the down low, not really on the down low, we're also doing some science around it. But because of poorly coordinated seed resources and sense of urgency, that may or may not be the case at this point, as far as being able to do a control versus whatever for soil remediation. But we did get them tested earlier, part of them, and we'll be doing some more testing soon. All right, what else? Okay, well, off to the side, this is the stuff that gets me excited. Not to say this isn't exciting already, but so we've got, this is narrow leaf plantain, which is Plantago lanceolata. It's some sort of thistle that I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I actually don't know, but this is very distinctive. You see that dark patch in the middle of the leaf. But up here is, there's some grapes here. That's pretty cool. Grapes on the barbed wire. And they've been here for a while. You can see how strong that vine looks. This is sumac. So when you go to, let's say, a Lebanese restaurant and you get fattoush salad, the kind of sourness that's in the dressing, the flowers from this, they would use some variety of a sumac, and you can make a lemonade out of it. You can eat the flowers, and it also has a lot of medicinal properties, which I researched briefly earlier last month, and I've forgotten most of it. So that's what it is, but you'll find out about it. And so that's something that we're going to use to educate. One of the goals here is looking at this garden space almost as a proxy for how cities are kind of planned. You have areas with more intensive use, these frame beds, and maybe eventually you'll have a hoop house or greenhouse or something. So that's a very concentrated, infrastructure rich spot. But then as you go further out, what if you prioritized zones for native plants and conservation and habitat creation? So we would want to expand a lot of this stuff, kind of like the field that's adjacent to us, with more native plants, and then have a buffer zone in between, so something that's halfway that mixes in. So we might put in some tomatoes near the edges or some other things, but we're trying to be mindful of what native species are here. In this case, most of these are weeds or ruderials or things that may or may not actually be from the area, but they just grow feral. And this kind of daisy, I don't think it's from the region, but it still looks nice. And definitely the pollinators are loving it, so can't complain there. All right, it's an aster, some sort of asteraceae. That's, I think that's enough for now. All right, cheers.